we doing on stage?
Picking and singing.
Picking and singing.
No, we appreciate you folks still wanting to hear a bunch of it. Don, as you show up, we'll show up. Del, maybe you should tell them a little bit about how you came to be singing lead and playing guitar. You know, when you played banjo on your first gig and you were actually offered that job, right? Banjo?
Yeah,
Maybe you should explain this,
I'll
man.
tell you, it's a long story, but I'll start somewhere. You know, I guess I met David when I was playing banjo for Bill Monroe. They needed a banjo player to go to New York City. He did. I'd never been there before. In fact, I'd never been nowhere before but Baltimore. Have you ever been to Baltimore? We might have some folks here at Baltimore. I better watch what I say then. Anyway, we went up there, Jack Cook and myself, you know, went up there to play with Bill, and he offered me a job playing 5-string, and I liked playing with Jack Cook because we were the same age. We were both pretty young then, and so I didn't take the job. He said, now look, when you take a notion to come down to Nashville and play with me, why, you just come down there and call me up. I'll give you my phone number. And I'll come in and get you the next day, you know. So finally, about after a month, I decided I'd go down there. Well, when I got down there, I walked down into the lobby. He told me where to get a room at a Clarkston Hotel there on 7th Avenue. In case any of you folks have ever been there. There used to be a hotel there, and right next to it was the National Life and Accident Insurance Company. And they had the Friday Night Operas there, and they also sponsored the Grand Ole Opry, the National Life and Accident did. And so he took us up to a room up there, and I saw this brown guitar case over in the corner. And he said, Dale, go ahead and get that guitar there. Well, I thought, what kind of deal is this? I'm a banjo player. And anyway, so I did. I got this guitar. It was his own guitar. And I don't know how he knowed I could play one because I never told him I could play a guitar. That's what I learned to play when I was about 9 years old. And I knew how it's supposed to be. Now, I don't know if I could play it, but I knew how it's supposed to be played. And so he said, and so he tried this other banjo player out. I'll tell you his name now in a few minutes. But I played the guitar, and then the banjo player, he played. And so then he switched us around to see which would work best, you know, and he got this other guy to play guitar and me to play the banjo, and he decided on me playing guitar and that guy playing banjo. The guy's name was William Bradford Keith. Do you know who that is? One of the best, buddy, I'll tell you. And when I heard him play, you know, I thought, man, he made the right choice because he went right in the studio and he recorded a whole bunch of things with Brad or Bill. We called him Bill, but Bill Monroe said, now, what is your full name? And he said, William Bradford Keith. And he said, I will call you Brad. I guess you didn't want another Bill in the band, you know. And so, excuse me. So he went right in the studio and recorded that week, and I wasn't in the union. You had to be in that local to do anything in that town. They wouldn't let you play a guitar on stage. They wouldn't let you record, do nothing. So he got William Bradford Keith in the union that week and recorded a whole bunch of things. I was in the studio with him, but I couldn't play. And then about 2 weeks later, he got me in. We went out on the road for a while, and he got me in the union playing the guitar, and here I am still yet.
Well, we're glad that Bill made that decision. He might be a banjo player, an obscure banjo or a famous banjo player, but let's face it, how far can you go with the banjo? Well, do you want to, let's see.
What then we'll do next?
You want to do, well, maybe you should sing one. We'd like to hear him sing a song. This is, I heard that band as much as possible back in 1963. And in fact, I made a tape of you guys. And Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts, and we released that tape on acoustic disc. You know, live at Mechanics Hall. It's some of the best bluegrass you'll ever hear, and invariably, Bill Monroe would always feature his lead singer on maybe about the second tune on the show, and almost every time I heard the band, Del would be singing this next number for you. So, and he's still on top of his game. I'll tell you that.
I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be in some big city in a small room with her on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, make me fire on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, I ain't coming back. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be at home alone, just knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back.
The one and only Del McCoury. Well, Del, maybe we ought to do something for Bill Keith. Bill passed away about a month ago, and that was a great loss for us personally and for the world of bluegrass. Bill Keith kind of changed the landscape of that music.